Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, just another nasty day. It feels like the never-ending storm hovering above for like 5 days. And more rain, wind, 25, 30 miles an hour. It will taper off late tonight, and then tomorrow, 70 and sunshine. How about that, Cande?
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, we're excited. We welcome Cande back today. We've already been through a bunch of things, her seeing her baby granddaughter and her deviated septum news and all sorts of stuff. By the way, the recap of the show later today after 12 o'clock will be up at licountry.com. If you missed anything, want to go relive some of Cande's finest moments from the past week, it'll be up there.
Yes.
I got a few things for you. Let's start with the stuff that'll be quicker, and then I'll get to the heart news. Remember that Barbecue Tom was supposed to have that competition?
I was thinking of him this weekend. How'd he do?
It got rained out, so it was canceled. It's not rescheduled. Rained out. Yes, he bought all like 88 brats and buns, and he said he was trying to figure out he was gonna maybe
Hope
cook
he has
it up.
a big freezer.
Well, he was thinking about cooking it up for a charity event maybe or something.
Oh, that's very sweet.
So that was that. I watched a bunch of stuff on Netflix. I have to give you some recommendations.
All right.
3 movies over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We watched, I think it was Saturday. My father-in-law and I watched 3 movies in a row. One was Father Stew with Mark Wahlberg, which not only was great and based on a true story, but towards the end of the film, I'd say the last hour or so, I was thinking Mark could get nominated for an Oscar, Cande.
Oh, wow.
I thought he was great. Really,
and this is new.
Yeah. It was a new movie. Father Stew. That was Mark Wahlberg. Then we watched Lou with Allison Janney. You know Allison Janney?
I do. I love her. She's a great actress.
She is so great. It's an action movie. She's so good in it. It's called Lou. Very good. But the key to the whole weekend was a movie called Inheritance. And you will love this film, Cande,
really?
I believe this is up your alley.
I will check it out.
It is called Inheritance. It's getting a lot of buzz. And I'll leave it at that. Don't watch a trailer. Don't read any blurbs. Just watch the film. Okay.
Inheritance, gotcha.
Inheritance, yeah. And but that's important to this. Don't watch any trailers and don't read any blurbs. Just turn it on, hit play, turn it on. Okay.
And how is the artist known as Tony?
He's good. He's off on his way. He's working already. He's still doing his job and. He says, he'll be here till probably a week before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he'll be back, I think, after Thanksgiving. He comes back for the month of December.
I think he might be moving in.
He might. He gets fed well. Cande, before you left last week on your staycation, I was going back and forth on whether I was going to go in for this CT angiogram.
Yeah, because you were describing it, and it is scary.
And now... So the description, much scarier than what it actually was. I was, like 2 hours before the test, I almost called and canceled it. I almost did. And then I said, you know what? No, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Put on your big boy pants and go to the doctor.
It's exactly what I did. So I go there, and to get this CAT scan angiogram, it's different than any other CAT scan. Your heart rate has to be below 60 beats per minute. So they can get the correct picture. So I go in there, and my heart rate is 71, which is normal. It's a good heart rate. And for just about everyone who comes in for this test, they give them a beta blocker. I got 50 milligrams of a beta blocker to lower my heart rate. They sit me in a room. I'm sitting there relaxing. I'm on my phone. I'm just whatever. I don't feel anything. The beta blocker lowers my heart rate. Don't feel a thing. By the way, the day before, I don't think I mentioned this to you, I called my parents to discuss the test with them, And my mother calmed me down. She says, I'm on blood pressure medicine and I take 75 milligrams of beta blockers every day. She goes, you won't feel a thing. It does nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry. So I felt nothing. My heart rate went down to 57 and I was fine. So they got the IV all hooked up, right? So they put the IV in me because I'm going to get
That's the part I hate the most.
Well, I'm going to get the pictures without contrast and with contrast. So that's why they got to have the IV in there. Lay down on the CAT scan table. And by the way, big shout out. I did this last week. I got to do it again because you're here. Brian, my tech, and Kristen, the nurse. They were fantastic.
No relation to my Brian. Let's make that clear.
No relation. And big fans of the show, Cande. Big fans. Yeah.
Oh.
So they were, asking about you and everything and your granddaughter and the whole thing. So beautiful. Thank you to Kristen and Brian. They were great. Lay down on the table. And now here comes the part where they have to put the nitroglycerin tab under my tongue to dissolve.
Ah, yes.
Now, what does this do? I get told.
What does this do?
This
opens up your veins, right?
Opens up your blood vessels so they can get the proper photos. And they say you might feel in the next 5 to 10 minutes a quick rush of a headache, but we promise it will go away. I'm like, oh, boy, okay.
Nobody set any fires off near me, please.
So they do it. My head was already hurting from not eating not having coffee that morning, Cande, and not eating for the last 5 hours. So no big deal. The headache, got to me a little bit. But anyway, take some pictures. Then they do the contrast. You've had contrast before, of course. They put the dye into you, right? You've had that?
Once. My vein broke. Never had it done again.
Oh, right. That's
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
It's fine. You get this warm rush through your body. And about 5-6 minutes later, the CAT scan was done, and I walked out of there. Everything, the test was fine.
What's the news?
Yesterday, I go for my results, Cande.
Yeah.
And, you're talking to a guy, I will fully admit, I don't eat very good. I don't eat the way I should. I probably have way too much cheese and mayonnaise and still have onion rings from time to time. You know the deal.
I know your weaknesses. Go ahead.
My heart has no plaque, zero, is like not even close to anything visible. If you read the printout of the angiogram, there is no noticeable plaque. Every vein and artery and everything is pumping absolutely correct. Everything's the right size. Everything looks great. And they give you what's called an Agatston score. And the Agatston score basically is a number that tells you how bad the plaque buildup is, all the different things. And it comes out with a number. My number is 0. Everything in my heart got a 0. Cande, there's nothing bad noticeable at all on the angiogram. I was so happy
I'm so happy to hear that. Now, you're relatively a young man, so anything other than what you just said would upset me. You're too young to have heart disease.
But listen, I'm not trying to contradict you. I thank you for that. But heart issues run in the family. My father, I'm pretty sure before or right around my age or something, he was having procedures done. I am going to be 50 next year. The way I eat, think about it, I have not eaten healthy my whole life.
Well, it must be all the tennis you've been playing.
I don't know what it is, but, at this age, I very well could have blockages and issues. It's not unheard of.
No.
And they had, the findings said no suspicious findings, no plaque, score of a 0. There was absolutely nothing bad that was noticeable. So anyway, now...
That's great news. Now stop complaining.
I'm not complaining. So by the way, the other thing that happened while you were off, I took a sleep study test with my pulmonologist.
Now, what did that involve?
Well,
you got a doctor for every single thing.
It was a take-home kit. You put a thing.
I did that.
Yeah, thing around your chest, thing on your finger, thing in your nose.
Yes, I did that. Yes.
And so I turned in the machine, and like 2 days ago. I turned in the machine. They're going to read it this week.
Yeah,
And
I got my readings. I'm a 9.5. I have
what
very
is that?
mild sleep apnea.
I'm expecting to have sleep apnea because my wife's, she's up late and she says I sound horrible, the snoring and everything, and I wake up all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
The doctor that I saw, he hopes that getting the deviated septum repaired will ease that. So I'm praying for the same.
All right, yeah. I mean, we'll see for both of us. I hope it works. All this
hear
works.
Your number.
Well, we'll see what and so I told the woman, I said, listen, I only slept for 4 hours. I woke up in the middle of it, and I hope you have enough results. She said, the doctor will read it. If it's not enough, we'll give you the machine back, and you can do it again.
I thought the same thing, and it was enough.
All right, so we'll see. That's my...
Yeah, I can't wait to hear.
My next step. The diagnosis is going to be, you're overweight and you don't sleep enough. That's the diagnosis, Cande.
Well, weight loss would help, but even thin people suffer from this, so it's not just a weight thing.
Well, I'm involving my heart when I was feeling issues, short of breath and all that stuff. So, anyway, we're...
You know why you're short of breath?
Oh, my God.
Because you're long-winded.
I am.
I do too much.
I do go on. But
you go on and on.
No. In the words of Lou from Southbound, he says, I paint a picture, Cande. I'm painting a picture for the audience. All right? Leave me alone. Yeah? You good?
Nothing.
Okay.
Sighing now.
We're less than 20 minutes to your bald and the beautiful entertainment. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Wet, windy, nasty. Tomorrow, much better, 70 and sunny. Let's hit the roads. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.